know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know. Time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G's at all times, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you know exactly how I'm putting it down, my G's. You already know. Now, do me a favor, right? Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, all right? Late night live stream. We not doing nothing too crazy. But I got a lot of people in the DMs. Yo, G and BTV, what's your perspective on the situation with the Clips and the Grammy nominations? I mean, what's your thought process on everything that's going on with the Clips and the 5 Grammy nominations that's taking place as far as the new album, all the new music, and all the new motion, all right? Now, this is not going to be a long live stream, but I did want to tap into it. You understand what I'm saying? Being as though the Clips 757 legends, being as though Grown Man Business is from the 757 Norfolk, Virginia, that Tidewater area, I did want to, get my thoughts and my perspective on the situation with the Clips. Now, first and foremost, my G's, big congratulations to Pusha T. You feel what I'm saying? Malice and the Clips. You got to know something, man. It's huge for the city. It's amazing watching the progress in the leveling up of the Clips. Being as though I was there, we was outside when everything was really taking place out there in VA. Me, my homies, we was outside for all that. You know what I mean? And we gonna talk more about that. So big salute and congratulations to the Clips. Big salute, congratulations to Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? Welcoming his new son. He got a new son on the way. It's a lot of blessings. It's a lot of beautiful things happening for the city. And you got to know something. Grown Man Business TV, yeah, I'm the biggest voice out of Norfolk, Virginia. It ain't nobody coming from the 757 in these YouTube streets with a bigger voice than me. So I thought it was only right to tap into this. You understand what I'm saying? Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain, we going to have a real conversation. Because I'm non-biased. Just because you from the city, just because you from the town, just because you from the land, don't mean that I'ma attach myself to the situation or I'ma validate the situation. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And it's a lot of things that take place within this industry that you already know I don't agree with. But when it comes to the pure culture of hip hop music, you know what I'm saying? Let's X out all the extracurricular activities. Let's X out everything else that you might want to connect to the situation. When it comes to pure rap, hip-hop music, you got to know something. The Clips is in my top 3 rap groups of all times. Absolutely. Malice and Pusha T together as the Clips, top 3 rap groups of all time. And I'm going to give you my top 3 rap groups. We're going to talk, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have a conversation. But again, big salute to the Clips, 5 Grammy nominations. 1 or 2 of those nominations is coming home. 1 or 2 of those Grammys is coming back to the 757. You know what I mean? So we going to have a conversation. Now, you got to know something, right? Before we go any further, before I give you this pure dope straight off the brick directly into the bottles, right? We got to do some customizations to the chat. Yeah, absolutely. You got to know something. It don't matter what we talking about. It don't matter what angle I come from. The higher ups and the elites understand that, I'm a force to be reckoned with. I'm a threat to the establishment. They understand that. So they always playing chess at the highest level. The higher ups and the elites, they always shadow banning the channel. They always trying to muffle the message. They always making moves when it come to what I'm doing in these YouTube streets. You understand me? So one thing for sure, two things for certain, I got to do some customizations to the chat, because even talking about the Clips, even talking about the land, the 757, Norfolk, VA, all the surrounding cities, right? It's going to be a message in this, all right? So We gonna have a conversation. Big salute to everybody that's tapped in. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go a little left tonight. You already know how we do, but I have to give, a moment to the clips, and we gonna do that. So, I see y'all coming in here well over 100 in the chat already. I'm gonna do some customizations to the chat, and we gonna have a conversation, man. Big salute to VA. Big salute to the clips. You gotta know something, man. It's a proud moment. It's a proud moment for the city, man. You know what I mean? Like, one thing for sure and two things for certain, Virginia, we always contribute to the culture. We've always given another lane and contributed high levels to the culture. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know that. Yeah, we gonna have a conversation about that. All the way down to the drug dealers, all the way down to the drug kingpins. Yeah. Alpo talked about coming to Virginia Beach. He didn't talk about going out to Detroit or doing blah, blah. DC, Virginia Beach. You understand? Jay-Z talked, we're going to talk about this. Big salute to the Clips. You know what I mean? Big salute to the 757. One thing for sure and two things for certain. If I don't do nothing in these YouTube streets, I'm going to rep that 757. Yeah. We going to talk about it, man. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Wipe your feet off. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. You know where you at. Share the live. Do whatever you want to do. But you know who you dealing with. You know who you rocking with. It's Grown Man Business TV. We in the building. We going to have a quick conversation, all right? Now, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat, right? You see that. Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, doing your Twitter and all in the comment section with your Twitter fingers, using your fingers to do the Twittering with the Twitter fingers and all the Twittering that you like to do with your Twitter fingers and all that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, all right? Now, yeah, I see you in the chat. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said that. Top three. Top three rap groups of all time, my G. Top five, dead or alive. Yeah, and I'm going to give you my top three. If you want to give me your top three, you can put it in the chat, and I respect it. And I would like to see what your top three is. But I'm talking top three rap groups. Top three rap groups with an influence. You understand me? Oh, yeah. Listen. We gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, again, big salute to Pusha T, Malice. Amazing album. Let God sort them out. Classic album. Amazing music. I'm still listening to it to this day. I'm still getting different, when you rapping at a certain level, when you doing this thing at a certain level, it's always, double entendres, triple entendres, it's always metaphors, it's always things you could catch within the bars. You understand what I'm saying? And Malice is top tier lyricist. He is a top tier rapper. I'm gonna tell you something, right? When the Clips first came out, I used to see them, moving around Norfolk, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they was going other places, but for me, I would see them moving around, passing out their demos and doing certain things in Norfolk. And I remember being at ODU, you know what I'm saying? I used to, move around doing what I do best. And I would be at Norfolk State University. I would be at ODU amongst other places. And this one particular night, I was coming out of ODU and I saw the Clips for, Family, salute to Family, Pharrell, he was there, bunch of them, and they was out there, passing their flyers and doing their thing. And once they blew up, I was always the guy, I kind of sided with Malice. Man, everybody was really like the Clips, and we all, like, a lot of people really rock with Push because Push was outside a certain way. They both was doing their thing in the streets, but Pusha was the one that was really hands-on in the streets, if you know what I mean. It's like Birdman and Slim. They both get it in, but Slim, you might see him way less than you'll see Birdman. And it was the same thing with Pusha and Malice. You know what I'm saying? Where you would see Pusha way more than Malice. But when it came to the bars, when it came to rapping, I always was a Malice fan. I rock with Push as well. But me, I always sided with Malice. You know what I'm saying? What happened to that boy? You know what I'm saying? Yo, Malice always had the illest verses. Always had the illest verses. To me, He was always smoking Push. Malice is a gym. You understand what I'm saying? And I would see them, and we was outside, and it was a golden era for the 757. That whole grinding, grinding. You know the song. That whole era was it was a golden era for the city. It was a golden era for the 757. You know what I mean? And you know, it seemed like they all got a comment to make in regards to my paper. Now they watching my weight. You know what I mean? Like Push was doing his thing, but Malice was really technical with the bars. So, I'm just throwing that out there, man. It was a golden era for the 757. It was a lot of money being made in the city. It was a lot of drugs being moved around. It was a lot going on. It was just different. It was alive. It's one of them things, right? And I think it applies to all cities where we had an era where everybody wanted to get money. Everybody was a hustler. Everybody had their hands in something, and it was frowned upon to be a junkie. It was frowned upon just to be the shooter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was violence going on, but we wanted money more. And we all, us old heads, we always talk about this particular era because nowadays in present time, these youngsters don't really want to get no money. They want to catch hats. Who got the most hats? Who got the most bodies? You know what I mean? Who got the most drills? They more connected to killing and getting hats and catching bodies than they are to getting the pound and breaking it down and doing it all over again. So we all talk about this era, and in Virginia, it's no different. We had an era where Encore nightclub was going. See, a lot of you youngsters don't know about Encore nightclub in downtown Norfolk. Yeah, where all the dope boys, where all the street niggas, we was all there. Entourage, you know what I'm saying? You had Jeezy bringing in goddamn tractor trailers full of everything. Pounds, weed, coke, dope, everything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that that golden era, the Clips was the soundtrack for that. Yeah, the Clips grinding. That shit went nationwide, then it went global. Everybody know. Do 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 do. We all know the beat. We all know the song. You understand? And again, I'm just kind of reminiscing at this point, but it's amazing to see how far you can go. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta appreciate the Clips, especially coming from the 757, being able to see Push. I'm gonna tell you, right? My uncle used to own a club in Norfolk, Virginia called D. Frazier's. Yeah, I'm real Norfolk, Virginia. I'm really from the land, being I was really outside. Like I was not one of them dudes that was in the house. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle owned a club called D. Frazier's right there on Virginia Beach Boulevard and Military Circle Highway. Right there by Military Circle Mall, the Chuck E. Cheese right there, the interstate. It was a club called D. Frazier's. And Push, he used to come there during the day and get lunch and eat dinner, whatever he was doing. And you could see Push all over the city, Pusha T riding around in that all black I think it was a 600. It was a Mercedes-Benz 600. The shit like the Batmobile, right? He used to pull up to my uncle's spot. He used to come in there by himself, get his food, sit in the back, and I used to be in there. I used to see him. You know what I'm saying? And you could roll through Huntersville. You could roll through Tidewater Park. You could roll through Park Place and see that Benz all over in every hood. You understand what I'm saying? So to have been outside, to have seen that all the way now to present day where they drop an album that has 5 Grammy nominations, it's just inspiring. It's motivating. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to be proud of. It's something to give, not praise, but to just congratulate. It's something to recognize. It's something to add to your mental Rolodex and know like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. You feel what I'm saying? And again, that's why we doing this live. That's just why I'm speaking on this This ain't the typical live, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get deep, we gonna do what we do. But this particular live right here is just pinpointing what we seeing with the clips. Now let's go a little deeper than that, right? You know, I said earlier, the clips to me, top three rap groups of all times in my book, in my eyes. For me it's top three, but guaranteed top five, dead or alive, right? And I'm gonna give you my top three. I'm gonna give you my top three rap groups of all time. I want you to follow me on this. You got Mobb Deep number one, you got the Locks number two, and you got the Clips at number three. Yeah, yeah. You got Mobb Deep number one. You got the Locks at number two, and you got the Clips at number three. Now it's a lot of rap groups out there. I know a lot of y'all gonna hit my DM. A lot of y'all gonna jump in the DM. Y'all gonna go out. Yeah, I see Wu-Tang, right? Now I'll add Wu-Tang, maybe a couple of other rap groups, top five. Top five. But for me, right, Wu-Tang was cool from the aesthetic, like the look of it, right? It was cool from the aesthetic, but a lot of dudes from Wu-Tang I didn't rock with like that. You know what I'm saying? I like Method Man as a solo artist. I like Raekwon as a solo artist. I like Ghostface as a solo artist. But I didn't, as far as like Wu-Tang as a group, they had Wu-Tang Forever, which is a classic album. You know what I'm saying? Where it was 36 Chambers. They had some good stuff. But for me, the Clips was way more, you know what I'm saying? The Clips was way more lyrical. It was way more influential. They was way more connected to the culture, if you ask me. You're gonna have some people that's gonna say NWA, right? I can't put NWA over the Clips. Absolutely not. Run DMC, yeah, I mean, they did their thing, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the influence, Run DMC ain't have no influence over. I wasn't even listening to rap like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wasn't doing the Outkast. Salute the Outkast. Yeah, 8 Ball MJG. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Yeah. Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Temperatures Rising, Hell on Earth, Murder Music. Me personally, Mobb Deep is number one when it comes to hip hop rap groups. Mobb Deep. I can't Mobb Deep. Yeah. Prodigy, Havoc. You got Havoc making beats. You got Prodigy. Come on, son. Nah, son. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walking with your head down, scared to look. You shook. Cause ain't no, that shit right there, like, yeah, we used to, you know what I mean? We used to, yeah. Before we was walking out them doors, we was thinking about how it's a war going on outside. So Mobb Deep is number one. That's just me. And then the Locks, it was something about, the thing with the Locks, right? I rocked all three of them is nice, separate, and together. Sheik Luch, the Silverback Gorilla, nice. Styles P, legendary. Jada Kiss, legendary. You understand what I'm saying? So the Locks is another, it was Mobb Deep, and then it was the Locks, right? And I'm gonna give you my top five, just so you can know where my mind goes with this, right? Mobb Deep, the Locks, the Clips, right? Onyx. For me, Onyx, my G, right? And then I'll go number five. I'll say, I had to think about number five. Give me a few minutes. But Onyx, Onyx had an album called Shut 'Em Down. That album, when I was young, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this, right? That album was the first album where I realized like music could be done a certain way. Like it was the first album where the music was so sonically put together, right? The shit was like a movie. It was like a sound wave movie. It the Onyx had a song on that album called Rob and Vic. Classic. If you get a chance, go listen to Onyx Shut 'Em Down album. Classic. They had a song called Rob and Vic. Classic. They had another song called Veronica. Veronica. They had that shit, legendary music, man. So yeah, Mobb Deep, The Locks, The Clips, Onyx, right? Yeah. See. No Limit wasn't a rap group. No Limit was a record label with a whole bunch of solo artists under their umbrella. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing with like Murder Inc., right? Murder Inc. wasn't a rap group. Murder Inc. was a Murder Inc. was a record label with a whole bunch of solo artists under it. I wasn't in the Outcast like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they first album, when they was like before they got real industry, I was into their like first couple of albums. But I wasn't really locked into Outkast. I can't lie. Like they was nice for sure, but I couldn't relate fully. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, right? Virginia is the bottom of the North and the top of the South. I always knew that, and I always recognized that as a youngster, that Virginia is the bottom of the North and it's the top of the South. What does that mean? We're not New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying? We're not from New Jersey, we're not from Philly, we not considered Northerners, right? But we're also not considered Southerners, if that makes sense. Like, so like Outkast, that the way they would like in their first couple of albums, I ain't that Southern, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that country. So the shit went over my head, you know what I'm saying? But they did have Wheels of Steel. They had some amazing songs that I went back and I listened to and I got hip to. Um we gonna have a conversation. We gonna have a deeper conversation. 'Cause I like talking to y'all about these type of joints. But big salute. Yo, let me tell you something. Mad Skills, DMP, right? Knots, uh, 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 um, the what's the boy, the monster dude. We got so many legends out that 757 Norfolk, VA. It's so many legends behind the scenes that y'all don't even really even know about. The contribution to the hip hop culture from Virginia is just it's the same as Cali, Texas, Florida, and Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? And the Clips being at the pinnacle of this right now, at the pinnacle of their career, it's just a tribute to all of the legends, Knots, like I said, DMP, all of the legends, Allen I, everybody that comes from this water, Tide Water, right? The Clips being where they are with these 5 Grammy nominations is really just like the ultimate, you know what I'm saying, representation of the land. You understand me? And again, that's what we talking about this. I wouldn't put the Outcast in my top 5, right? I'm gonna have to think about that. I wouldn't put NWA. I wouldn't put. Yeah, it's a lot of them dudes that just did not resonate with me the way they resonated with the world. I always kind of just been different. I always kind of just been like a little loopy, right? So, you know, the shit that everybody else was like really raving about, I was listening to something else. I'm gonna tell you, right? When everybody was really locked into Outkast, I was being introduced to T.I. You feel what I'm saying? So like I didn't really connect to the Outcast wave, but I really resonated with TIP from Atlanta. You know what I mean? I really locked in. I'm serious, trap music, urban legend. I'm gonna tell you something, and we might have a conversation about this as well, right? TIP is the GOAT from Atlanta. TIP is the greatest rapper from Atlanta. There is no rapper from Atlanta that can top TIP. TIP is the greatest rapper that come out of Atlanta. And just remember, I said it here first. Just remember, salute to the chat. Just remember, I said it here first. There is no greater rapper than TIP. TIP, let me tell you something, right? Since we talking about hip hop, TIP has 4 classic albums, 4 in a possible, 4 in a possible classic. I'm talking classic albums, classics. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people give TIP the proper respect and really recognize like the level of genius when it came to that run he had. When it comes to, TIP is the greatest rapper from Atlanta, hands down. Name another, TIP, I'm serious, classic. Trap music, classic. Urban legend, classic. Right? Paper Trail, classic. That's 4 classic albums. And now you can, and like I said, 4 in a possible. You can say T.I. versus TIP. Some people like that. Some people like the Libra Scale album. You know what I'm saying? Some people call that a classic. What I'm saying is, I'm serious. I'm serious. Trap music, urban legend, paper trail. 4 classics. 4 classic albums. 3 Stacks ain't got that. 3 Stacks ain't got 4 classics guaranteed. Jeezy ain't got 4 classics. Name 4 classic Jeezy albums. Name 4 classic Young Jeezy albums. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy ain't got 4 class. TIP, and I'm going to clip this up. Whoever want to clip this up, do what you do. TIP is the greatest rapper out of Atlanta. In Atlanta history, there's no rapper. Trap music. Did you know TIP invented the word trap music? Niggas wasn't saying trap. Niggas wasn't calling it the trap before we heard TIP call it the trap. And I always wanted, I always think about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I still listen to old TIP. I'm gonna give y'all some game, right? TIP got a song on I'm Serious called What Happened. I don't know if it might be on trap music. I think it's on I'm Serious. When you get a chance, go listen to that song. It's called What Happened. There is no greater rapper in Atlanta history than TIP. I'm telling you. And I want to kind of, we talking about the clips, right? But I want to kind of lean into that real quick. When I was young and I was in VA, like I said, I didn't listen to Outkast like that. That shit kind of went over my head, right? The whole Aquemini, and I wasn't in it like, I didn't know what they was talking about for real. And I wasn't really in it Outkast like that. I was in Virginia Beach. I'll never forget it. I was in Virginia Beach. We walking down the strip. Me, my homegirl, her name Wanda, Nicole. We all, me, her. I think Steve was there. We all walking down the strip. We in Virginia Beach, right? Nigga walk up to us, give us his demo, right? Yo, woo woo. I'm like, all right, it's Tip before the real fame. Cause I remember it once everything jumped off. I was like, yo, that was TIP, right? Whatever. He give us the CD. It got a song on the front, got a couple songs on it. It's a demo, right? I get in my car, throw the CD in the car, never listen to it again, right? Now Tip come out. You know what I'm saying? He come out. I can't think of what song he It was on a I'm Serious joint though. But it was a song he did with Pharrell called What's My Name? I'm pussy pumper number one. What's my name? I'm pussy right now. So one day I'm going through CDs in the car. I throw a random CD in, and that's the CD. This nigga's demo. It's his demo CD. I had the shit in my car the whole time, right? He had a song on that album called What Happened. When I heard, this was the first time I knew like a Southern nigga could get on the level of a New York nigga, if that makes sense. Like Onyx, all these other New York rappers was doing like story raps. They were like, you know, that song Veronica is like a story rap. It's shit. It's so vivid. It looked like a movie. When you listen to it, you can see it like a movie. But I had never heard a Southerner. I had never heard nobody from the South paint a picture so vivid that I could see it. Tip is the first rapper that ever did that, where I listened to the song and I could literally see the song as he was saying it. When you get a chance, go listen to that. The shit is called What Happened. These niggas robbing me. I pray to God it's nothing but a robbery. I gave them all I had, told them they pulled they lick off flawlessly. They yelling, fussing, cussing, all I hear is heaven calling me. Next thing you know, they bust, they let loose 7, and they all in me. The Paul in me, help me plead. Death is all I see. If I die, memory of a ballin' G is all I be. Never thought I'd be laying in a puddle of blood trying to breathe. I don't want to die, but some telling me it's time to leave. Say my apologies. Get my final peace with God. Seen my whole life flat before my eye. And now it's getting dark. Body temperature drop. Going in shock, crying out of fear. Close my eyes, take my last breath. Now I'm out of here. In my life, I smoked a lot of weed, drunk a lot of beer, sold a lot of keys, but that shit don't even matter here. Somebody said, yo, listen, man. Listen. Go listen to that song, man. Salute the Tip, man. Greatest rapper out of, yo, T.I.P. is the greatest rapper in Atlanta history. There's no rapper out of Atlanta bigger or better lyrically, period. Period. There's no rapper out of Atlanta that has done it as big as Tip in the music industry. Movies, yeah, Ludacris got a couple of, he might got a classic album or two. He might got 2. He ain't got 4. Yeah, Tip got 4 classic albums. Salute the Tip, man. Yeah, Scarface is like that too. I'm talking about out of Atlanta. But back to the clips, right? You know, Malice, you know, I want to kind of talk about Malice, right? I want to kind of like lean in when it come to Malice. Malice and Pusha went through that whole situation with Jeezy and, you know, the feds, and, you know, we all know Jeezy told. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing in VA. We all know that the dude that, I think he owned Entourage, the club Entourage, you know, he was the manager of the Clips. And you know what I'm saying? When that whole Fed case came, when all that shit happened in VA, you know, the word spread fast when Jeezy told. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the streets, if you was getting money, if you was connected to anything, you know what I'm saying? The word spread fast when the homie Jeezy told. You know what I mean? And everybody thought that Malice and Pusha was gonna fall because, you know what I'm saying, that because he was talking. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, Malice backed out of the game. And I want to stay right there. You know, I think that's one of the main reasons as well why I go so hard when it comes to like these rappers and these niggas talking and they snitching and they talking to the police and they giving information and they pointing fingers. Because where I'm from, man, it ain't no great area. You know what I mean? You point the police in a direction of somebody and they go to jail, you a rat. You go in there, you get in that interrogation room and you talk, you told, my nigga. And it ain't like in New York City where you got half the people saying you all right and the other half saying you not, and everybody rocking out and partying with you. Where I'm from, you get shunned, you get pushed out of society, my G. When you turn to a rat, you don't get to turn around and be in the town and be, it don't work like that where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And we all know we don't hold no punches. You know what I mean? Homie told, you don't hear about Jeezy. You don't see Jeezy with Pusha, You don't see him enjoying the fruits of his labor because he was the connect. Jeezy was the plug. All that dope boy talk pushing them niggas, that come from them being connected to Jeezy. And, Jeezy was bringing boatloads of that shit in the city. Everybody was eating when Jeezy was doing that. The whole city. If you was outside, if you was hustling, it was so much money. It was so much money to get. Like, if you wasn't getting no money, you definitely wasn't in tune. It was just a time to be alive, right? Malice, he goes into this thing where he backs out of music and he's doing gospel rap, and now his new name is No Malice, and he don't want to rap the old songs no more. He don't want to be involved with no more. You know what I'm saying? He had like a life-changing situation when the feds got involved, as most drug dealers do. Most street niggas, they street niggas until the feds get involved. That's why I always say, when the white man get in there, it's yes, sir, and it's no, sir. But, when Malice first did that, I was confused about it just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was grinding. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was till the casket drop. I thought it was all these different dope boy antics and dope boy anthems and all this. That's what we thought it was. But, in due time, you become a man, right? And you mature and you realize, like, damn, like he set a standard. He set, he trailblazed the path that we didn't really understand. It was the same thing with Mace. We saw Mace go from rap to being a preacher, and niggas didn't understand that. But even worse than Mace, we see now Malice, who is dope boy, street nigga, turned to a Christian rapper. For a long time, we didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. And, this whole reemergence of Malice, right? Doing this album with Push and coming back into the industry, and it's so refreshing because it made a lot of us understand, especially from the town. Like, it really made me understand the metamorphosis that it takes when you elevate. It's a metamorphosis. It's like a caterpillar in a cocoon. It's like you go from this street nigga, right? We getting money, we grinding, right? And then you go into this cocoon for whatever reason. If it's the feds, if it's a death in your family, if you got a newborn, whatever the reason is, we go into this cocoon and then we come out men. And like I said, I always rocked with Malice over Push. I just think Malice is just way more technical with the bars, with the lyrics. I always liked his verses better, me personally, right? But with this album, it was just such amazing artistry to hear Malice come back into this game, this devilish game, right? And be able to still give us legendary music, legendary bars, metaphors, all of that. But now he's incorporating God in these bars. I think it's the album is called Till the Casket Drops. It's one of the Clips albums. The last song on this album is called Footsteps. It's called Footsteps. I would suggest you go listen to it. The last song on this album is called Footsteps. This is the first time I heard Malice go into his into his religious bag, or his new awakening bag, where he's talking about God and he's saying it. This is what elevates Malice over the majority of these rappers. This Malice is what makes this album a classic, legendary, if you ask me. On the song Footsteps, right? The nigga Malice said, he said, he said, I gotta think, I can't think of the verse, right? But he was talking about like not following his footsteps. And with my footsteps, have we meddle with, following my footsteps. And if you don't, it might be danger. Follow me to do as I do, rather do as I say. These footsteps could lead you astray, lead you into the cell or lead you to a grave. Either way, you may never see the light of day. Don't let my wrongs give you the right of way to emulate my past, escaping the law's grasp. Told you the truth, but who was I to laugh, especially when Kamani finds it hard to laugh? Missing my father, but she's missing the dad. Yo, that verse, right? And then listening to Let God Sort Him Out, it confirmed to me that Malice is the missing link. Malice was the missing link. Malice with Pusha T creates legendary situations. Pusha's his own man. Pusha's an amazing rapper. Pusha T is an amazing rapper. We all seen what he did to BBL Drizzy. We all saw what Pusha T did to BBL Drizzy. So I ain't taking nothing away from Push Ton. Yeah, I'm your Pusher man. I used to hustle with that in mind all the way. Oh, yo, I'm telling you, son, the influence of the clips. I used to hustle with, I'm your Pusher man. Pusha T, push a ton. That was the goal, my G, to push a ton. Yeah, that's the era I come from. Push a ton, nigga. But Malice being able to go into that cocoon and come out a man is what really took this album into the Astros, my G. And the downloads are downloading, and I just wanted to be able to say that. I haven't really seen or heard anybody connect those dots. I haven't really been able to see or heard anybody really connect Malice's impact on this album. Smoking Push. Yo, FICO, he smoked Push on that song. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he smoked, Malice low-key be smoking Pusha. And I rock with both of them. You know, this is Virginia. But I'm tapped into Malice. I like Push. Malice, that nigga's for real. He's yo. What happened to that boy? Y'all remember that song, don't you? Hey. Y'all remember that song? I'm guaranteed to lean you, man, but that 4/5 guaranteed to lean you, man. Whoa. Y'all remember that, man? That 4/5 guaranteed to leave you, man. Whoa. I'm the reason why your block is vacant. Malicious to push you just to make a statement trick. Tricks and cash money, who ain't this? Don't compare me to you, homie, you ain't this. Whoa. What happened to that boy? Yeah. Seem like they all got a comment to make in regards to my paper. Now they guessing my fate. They quick to predict the outcome of my fate, talking about clips and if they got what it take. Malice, he think he hard, tough guy to click. And Pusher, he walk around like he swear he the shit. You right on the both counts, bitch. Clips is us. And here is one thing that we don't discuss. Don't ask me about the Neptunes and what's they fear. Don't ask about the loud screaming chick with the hair. Don't ask me about my music and how that's going about. Don't ask me about my album and when it's going about. Cause I feel like you really being funny on the sly. Face down laying on your tummy when you die. I tried being humble. Humble get no respect. But the first sign of trouble, that's a hole up in your neck. And what I look like spending my nights in jail. I could never be a thug. They don't trust this well. I reside in VA. Right? Listen, nigga, let me tell you something, right? Yo, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if that was Push or Malice. That could have been Push, because back in them days, I couldn't tell them apart. But I remember that bar specifically. Specific. I remember that bar specifically. I could never be a thug. They don't dress this well. Listen, man, I remember hearing that shit and being like, he talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no thug or hooligan, but I'll smoke your boots if you play with me. But I always been, E with the waves and all that. I always was E with the waves. You see what I'm talking about? I always been this guy. Yeah. I ain't nothing to fuck around with, but I could never be a thug. They don't dress this well. I reside in VA, ride in VA. Most likely if I'm going in VA. Virginia's for hustlers, but trust there's hate here for out-of-towners who think that they gonna move weight here. Ironic. The same place I'm making figures at, that they're the same land they used to hang niggas at. Like, you don't really, yeah, we gotta talk about this. Niggas like, yo, top 3 rap groups all time, nigga. Influence traveled globally. Globally. These niggas globally, man, with this shit, man. And with Malice being a man of God, but still being able to recount these dope dealer days, these dope dealer stories, being able to connect, that shit put them on a whole nother level. I really gotta make sure we understand this. It puts them on a whole nother level. Okay, now let's go into that, because I don't want you to think just because they from VA. Nah, the industry is saying this. Your favorite rapper is saying this about the Clips. Yo, they restored the feeling. This album reinsures that you can be an older man and still make music. Everybody understands and everybody is saying that this album from the Clips is the album that reinsures, that reinstates, that makes everybody know that you don't have to bow out at 50, 40 years old. You can still rap. You can still create art. As long as you know what to do, as long as you can elevate with the times, as long as you can rap your age, you can still create art. There's no, you know what? I forgot to tell y'all. I forgot to remind y'all too as well, right? Man, I kept the receipts. Yeah, I got some receipts. I'm so enthused about this situation with the Clips. I forgot to tell y'all about the receipts. Let's get into one of these receipts. I've been talking for 45 minutes. Let's get into one of these goddamn receipts. Salute to the chat. Look.
These are your rap album frontrunners. In the perfect world, Clips will win Best Rap Album. Kendrick had a hell of a run last year. He's more than been awarded. Kendrick and Tyler will be nominated for Album of the Year. Kendrick will win Album of the Year in the perfect world.
Yeah, top 3. NBA Hustle New York. I be seeing you in these YouTube streets and all that. Yeah, I said top 3. Mobb Deep, right? The Locks, right? The Clips. There it is. Mobb Deep, the Locks, the Clips. That's it right there. That's it right there. And let's not get confused, because you got the NY on the back of your name, right? Nah, MOP is garbage. MOP wasn't like that. MOP wasn't like that. Yeah, I used to like a couple of MOP songs. Annie Up, wreck that fool. I used to like Annie Up. You know what I'm saying? I remember when my homie first came down from New York. He came to VA. And he asked me, did I listen to MOP? And you know what I said? What you talking about, a mop? Just like everybody else, I thought that shit was said mop. Yeah. No, it's mash out posse. Well, goddamn, nigga, they need to just call, yeah, that shit say mop, nigga. MOP says mop, nigga. Yeah, they need to just say mash out posse. Don't say mop. All right? But they wasn't, I wasn't into that. I wasn't into that. But I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? We ain't glazing the Clips. If they wasn't nice, they wasn't nice. Nigga, you New York niggas was glazing the, it'd be a New York nigga, y'all nigga glazing the Clip. Nah, Y'all try to tell us the Clips is from New York. Niggas was born in New York, but them niggas ain't from New York. Yeah. Even the New York rap niggas know what the Clips is. They know what this album mean. They know what this album mean to the culture. Yeah, all of them niggas. Stove God, Jada Kiss. Soon as the Clips dropped the album, all of a sudden Jada Kiss back in the studio and all of that. Because they ain't heard music, lyrics at this level in a long time, my G. This shit different. Yeah, I know y'all like BFS and I know y'all like goddamn Butcher and all them dudes. This shit right here is the pinnacle. Right out of Virginia. And I'm gonna tell you something, New York. Salute to New York City. Y'all know I might get at you every now and then, but salute to New York City. A lot of the things y'all tapped into came out of Virginia first. I said it. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Aaron Hall, right? Teddy Riley, they all had this whole little thing up in New York City back there in New Jack City days called Uptown Swang. The Uptown Swang, where you think that came from? That shit came out of Virginia. Yeah. Yeah, you had Aaron Hall, you had R. Kelly, you had all these niggas doing the Uptown. Yeah, go watch New Jack City. Look at them niggas dancing and doing the Uptown Swing and all that. That shit came out of VA, man. When Busta Rhymes start doing them weird ass videos out there in New York City, you remember when Busta Rhymes used to have those, give me some more. You niggas want to give me that? Give me some more. You remember them videos? Put my hands where your eyes could see. Let me see what you. He got that from Missy Elliott. Yeah. Yeah. Busta Rhymes got that whole shit watching Missy with the, Yeah, Busta Rhymes was a leader of the new school before Missy Elliott came into the picture. He was a leader of the new school. He wasn't doing all that extra animated shit until he watched Missy Elliott. And he says that out his own mouth. Busta says he didn't get that animated shit until he saw Missy Elliott in that black trash bag. Yeah. Oh, now it's New York hate. See, you was just in the chat talking about VA niggas always glazing the Clips. But then when I start giving you facts, now it's New York hate. Let's talk about this real quick. This is why I always bump heads with New York niggas. Cause I know how I grew up around New York niggas. And New York dudes always talk slick and they always say wild shit until you start talking about New York. Now you hating. It used to be like that when I was young. New York nigga come down from New York City. He come down for the summertime. He got the motherfucking SpongeBob 11s. Yeah, the nigga got the Halloween orange 3s, the Jordan 3 Halloween orange. And we used to say, well, we get the check in the East Bay magazines and all that. You know what them New York niggas used to tell us? You can only get these in New York City. We used to be like, damn, they can make, how? Yeah, it ain't in the East Bay. You can only get these out there in New York City. And then I come to New York City and I learned about Canal Street. Yeah, now I'm hating. Yeah, when I get to telling people about Canal Street, where y'all buying that fake ass Gucci and them fake ass Jordan, the $2 Jordans and all that. You're buying fake ass Prada bags for $14.99. Now I'm a hater. Yeah. New York nigga getting in the chat, yo, these niggas glazing the blah, blah, blah. Then when I get to exposing your goddamn Halloween 11s, yeah, your SpongeBob 4s and all that. Now niggas hating on you. They been making SpongeBob. Yeah, we couldn't find the Jordans that y'all was coming down to Virginia with. We couldn't find them. We used to look in the East Bay. Do you remember the East Bay? That's where the new Jordans was at. We would, hey, yo, E, go find, you got the East Bay, yo, bring me that East Bay. We can't find the Halloween 11s in the East Bay. We flipping through the East Bay. Yeah, we flipping through this motherfucker. We trying to find the SpongeBob 11s. Whole time you got them bitches on Canal Street. The Vietnamese people, they've been weaving up your goddamn Jordans. Yeah, weaving them. Yeah, they motherfucking weaving. You you come down to Virginia, you forgot to tell us that the goddamn Vietnamese people then weaved up your Jordans and shit before you came down here for $29.99, nigga. Okay? So I can't help it. I got to correct you New York niggas when y'all get to talking crazy and all that. Yeah. Y'all did a lot of fronting back in the day, and y'all stole a lot of shit. Okay? Okay, I'm just saying, brother. Yeah, I'm just saying. I didn't want to do that to you, but you keep, I rock with you. FBA, Hustle New York, I rock with you, brother. I see you all in these YouTube streets, but you got to be careful talking about the clips. Yeah, that's why I had to do Doggy Diamonds up like that. Salute the Doggy Diamonds. We good. Yeah, but I had to do them up, talking crazy about the clips and all that. Just don't ever forget, you got your fucking, you had the Patrick 11s. And when you was going to school, you had the SpongeBob, you had the SpongeBob 11s, courtesy of the Vietnamese people on Canal Street, nigga. Yeah, you thought I didn't know about that. Yeah, you thought, so be it, so be it. Bloom, 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 bloom. Bloom, 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 bloom. So be it, so be it. Yeah, so be it, nigga. Yeah, the Clips got a song that's nominated for a Grammy called So Be It. So be it, nigga. It's goddamn so be it. Your ass was going to the Vietnamese people. You're getting your school clothes and your summer clothes over there on Canal Street. Yeah. You got the motherfucker Halloween. You got the Halloween 4s and the SpongeBob 11s. You came down to Virginia trying to stun on us, nigga. All right, now back to the Clips, man. I got more for you New York niggas. You salute to New York City, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to man. Salute them niggas, man. We just up in the late night. We having some fun. The Clips is top 3 rap groups of all times. I didn't stutter. I didn't stutter when I said that. Pusha T and Malice. Put them up against any of you boys. I put them up against any of you rappers. Any of you New York rap niggas, your West Coast nigga, you down south, wherever you want. All right? Let's get into another clip real here and see what we got going on. Salute to the chat. Now I will say this, right? I don't want to go off and go left on my boy Pusha T and Malice, right? But I do believe that Pusha needed Malice because Pusha was getting deeper and deeper into the industry. Yeah, see, all that dope boy talk is good. When we talk about selling dope and selling coke is good. But see, the longer you stay in the industry without God, the longer you stay in the industry without the Most High, the longer you stay in the industry without a covering, without protection, you fall deeper and deeper and deeper into the industry. And I did a whole pre-recorded video. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was tempted to take that video down maybe a year ago. Maybe a year or so ago, I thought to myself, I was like, maybe I should take it down. But guess what? I never took the video down. So if you want to search for it, it's there. When Pusha T was at that fashion show matching with Lil Nas X. I'm sorry, I didn't want to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But it would be wrong of me It would be wrong of me as a historian, as an exposer of the higher ups and the elites to leave that part out. Lil Nas, I don't know what the fuck was going on between Push. I don't know. They had matching socks on. They had on the nigga Push had on matching socks. They had the same goddamn socks they was matching at the at the at the at the fashion show. They was at the fashion show. They had matching socks. I remember it. And I went in on Pusha. And I got phone calls. I went in on Pusha T. I did a whole they wasn't on the runway. They was sitting on the side. They was watching the runway. These niggas had matching like blouses. I don't know. It was some kind of like, it was like a sweater. They had, I remember the socks. They was like white and black striped socks. I'd never forget it. And I was disgusted. And I went in. I went in on Pusha. I didn't hold back on Pusha. You understand me? And I got calls from the city. I got calls be like niggas was not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas weren't feeling that. Niggas was mad at me. Niggas was more mad at me for going in on Push than they was at Push for wearing them same socks and matching with Lil Nas, but whatever. Whatever, right? But understand, you know, I didn't understand, but again, it's a beautiful thing when you get these downloads and when you create this content. That's why I put more emphasis on Malice. Malice stepping out back into the industry. Malice coming from behind the pulpit, stepping back into the darkness, stepping back into the madness with a whole new mind state, a whole new mindset of how he wants to approach this, speaking God into the music. I feel like that's what saved Push. Malice was able to, it was coming, something was gonna happen. I'm trying to tell you, sir. You know what, fuck it. You know, let me find it. I'm gonna find it real quick. Something was gonna fucking happen, B. And I was scared it was gonna go down in the industry. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, you can find it too. You know what I mean? You go in my archive. I tell y'all, I got some amazing content. A lot of y'all are new, so y'all like to, you know, y'all like to watch the new content. But I got amazing content. Salute to everybody in the DM. Salute to everybody in the comment section that respond and go, and I can see them liking and commenting the old content. Now, I did this video 2 years ago. Let me see something. I did this video 2 years ago, right? And I remember debating it. I had got so many phone calls that I was like, yo, I'm gonna take this shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because the backlash from the shit was just different. You know what I mean? Let me see if I could. Now, here we go right here. Right? All right, now, this is what I want to show y'all. Cause I'm going to keep it I'm going to keep it right. Look. Look. That's Lil Nas X. That's Push. That's Push. That's Lil Nas X. See? See? See what I'm saying? So you gotta know I ain't biased. You know what I'm saying? In this video, this is a video, you can go back and watch it. I was talking crazy about Push on this joint. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. Malice, you know what I mean? Nigga shorts was mad short. He had the little Louis Vuitton purse and all that, and he had the motherfucking matching socks and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what was going on, but what I do know is Malice with a new mind state. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Charlie P. Yeah, man. I don't even like. I try. And people that's really in tune, when I get to talking about the clips and push, they bring that up. You know what I'm saying? They bring that up. But I always got a counter for that. You know what I mean? The industry is the industry. You know what I mean? Max B had a perm all back in the days, waving his motherfucking hair around, calling himself pretty. I mean, I could go down a list if you want. You already know how I do with these celebrities. So don't get to talking crazy in the chat. Oh, blah, blah, nigga, because you already know the industry is the industry. With all that aside, it ain't two niggas rapping better than Pusha T and Malice right now in New York City. It ain't two niggas you can line up to go with the... And that's why it's 5 Grammy nominations. Again, big salute to Push, man, and big salute to, you know, the Clips. Virginia, Norfolk, VA, Chesapeake, Vibe Beach, Portsmouth, P-Town. You know what I mean? Newport News, Hampton, Suffolk. You know what I mean? Legendary area in VA. Legendary. We breed legends. You know, every time I do this content, every time I get somebody in a DM or somebody in the comment section, you know what I'm saying, speaking life and saying certain things, you know, it just reminds me that we in the right place at the right time. It ain't another blogger, it ain't another YouTuber, right, from VA talking like I'm talking. It ain't nobody from the city, ain't nobody from the town with a voice stronger than mine. You understand what I'm saying? And that's going to pay off. That is going to attract what it needs to attract. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And I'm going to be doing more content on VA. I'm going to be doing more content about the town, more content about the legends. You know, I'm going to incorporate more of that into my content because we talk about everybody. You know what I mean? When it comes to the higher ups and the elites, we ain't got no picks. Cali, New York, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? We don't got no picks. But at the same time, you know, I don't like how people feel like, nah, we ain't just talking about New York. We ain't just talking about Cali. We talking about everything. You know, never get it confused like we don't got nothing. It's a lot going on in VA. It's a lot going on in VA. And I'm going to tell you something else. I don't want to get too far off track, but I can walk around my town. I can go to any hood. I can go to any spot in VA, and I ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm hearing things, man. I'm hearing things in these YouTube streets. Somebody, you know, I'm hearing things about you bloggers going outside, getting punched on and all that. I don't got no smoke with no bloggers. I got a lot of love for YouTubers. If you're not safe in Queens, New York, reach out to 50, reach out to one of these dudes, get a bag, and get the fuck out of there. And I'm just saying that respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people is watching. 50 is watching. All these celebrities, Tony Yayo, these niggas is watching us content creators. If you ain't safe in New York City, go in 50 Cent DM, yo. Tell him, yo, you know, give me some liquor, give me some Branson, give me something, I'll promote it. Get me a bag so you can get the fuck out. Because I'm hearing about you niggas getting punched in your faces and all that. And I ain't joking, and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. And I got love for all the YouTubers. But when I go to VA, man, you ain't never gonna hear nothing like that about me. I don't give a fuck if I got a bag, if I don't got a bag. I don't care how it pans out. You ain't never gonna hear that. I'm talking, I walk the streets of VA with my eyes closed, blindfolded. Nigga ain't gonna punch me. Nah, that ain't how it ain't never, and I've been in many a fights. I'd have had mad situations in my city, but I ain't never had nobody punch me in the face, beat me up, steal from me, rob me. Nothing. 50,000+ subscribers. You ain't heard no smut yet. You ain't heard one piece of smut on Grown Man Business TV. Not one yet. And it's a reason for that. Again, man, I ain't got no, I ain't got no beef with no vloggers. I rock with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's doing their thing. I got love for niggas because we done got up on this YouTube. We making a lane for ourselves. We carving out real lanes, my G. When I say I carved out a lane for the real, I really mean that. When I say I carved out a lane for the real, I really mean that. And what you got to understand is we all carving out lanes. We all carving out lanes for ourselves. We all out this joint getting it, working, grinding, doing what we do. And you got to know something, man. The game is the game. The game is the game. There's no way you going to be able to, hold on real quick.
Front runners. In the perfect world, Clips will win Best Rap Album. Kendrick had a hell of a run last year. He's more than been awarded.
Yeah, the Clips definitely will be put. And I'm gonna get back to the Clips, but I just wanted to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't safe in your town, man, or if you having real issues like that, keep working and doing the best that you can and get the hell out of there, man. The last thing I would want to see is one of these hating ass niggas get their hands on Zip or get their hands on this nigga or get their hands on that nigga. Because and I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this, but that's what's coming next. You know how we started seeing all these rappers getting smoked and all that? You remember we had a high abundance of rappers getting smoked, turned to content. Y'all remember that? Young Dolph gets assassinated. Nipsey Hussle gets assassinated. This nigga, that nigga, all these people getting assassinated, all these rappers. Well, who's being built up next? Who got the strongest voices? Who is the new niggas on the block? And I ain't talking about Casanet and all academics, because those niggas is lames. They don't have the same impact as rappers. They don't have the same influence. They not street niggas. See, a lot of us in this YouTube shit, we ex-street niggas. Being as though we niggas that used to be in the streets, we connect to the culture, right? Our voices connect the niggas like the rappers did. So all I'm saying is if you going outside, right? And I'm gonna do a whole live stream of this because I said this a long time ago. Keep your goddamn hands off the homie Zip, man. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Hold on though. If you going outside in your city, your neighbor, whatever, and you running across dudes that's gonna punch you in your face and violate you, you need to get the fuck out of there. You ain't got to prove to us how gangster you is. You ain't got to prove to us that you a hooligan. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, man. Because these niggas either gonna violate you or they gonna make you violate them and you gonna end up back in prison for 20 years. And if you know Grown Man Business TV, you know I'm not talking with no sarcasm. I'm not joking nobody. I'm just saying, I'm seeing this shit, right? And I'm seeing what's going on. And I'm saying to myself, like, y'all don't see the play y'all don't see this shit building up. You got homie on his couch, right? Everybody like to joke and we all get the bidding. We get the bid on Zip in his couch. But Zip making a lane for itself. People is watching Zip. Zip is on the cuffs of being able to do something. Somebody gonna throw him a bag. Somebody gonna say, yo, promote this. Somebody gonna do something. Y'all don't see how niggas is trying to line this shit up? With, I ain't gonna go no further than that. But what I am saying is that shit nasty to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no motherfucking way, man. Y'all keep putting y'all hands on Zip. That shit funny and all that, but it ain't funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in Zip, whatever he got going, hopefully, he can get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can get out or wherever he at, wherever the apartment at, wherever he be goddamn getting his, wherever he be, hey, hopefully he can get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, yeah, salutes. Yeah, man, I don't know why neither. Yeah, you right. Hey, Charlie P, you right. If you moving right, you ain't got to worry about that. See, and you know what? Again, you know, it's a lot with Malice that I resonate with. You know what I'm saying? And especially as a grown man, it's like, damn, like it's like Malice is priceless, bro. Like I really believe that Malice, like these niggas is gonna get a couple of Grammys. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, you know, Push been doing this shit. Push been out here creating music. Push been out here for years. He was with Kanye, Good Music. Push been out here for years working. As soon as Malice come back, now niggas is getting hardware because Malice is the example, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you moving right, you ain't got to worry about that. And you really ain't got to worry about what nobody think. Nigga, if you want to get out the rap game and you want to become more spiritual and you want to go that way, go that way. Don't worry about, and I just feel like we next. We next. It's gonna come a time where you're authentic. You're gonna have to be authentic, my nigga. This shit is more than just talking up here. A lot of people reach out to me from VA, from the town. Yo, I love what you're doing. Woo, woo. Yo, keep going. Woo, woo. Before I had this, nigga, I was all over Norfolk, all over Portsmouth, all over Newport News. I went to jail in Newport News. I went to jail in Eastern Shore. I went to jail in Norfolk. Like, before any of this recognition with this YouTube stuff, I was outside in Virginia. Why you think I got this chain, 7 carats in this 757 chain? Why you think that? You know what I mean? I could do what Zip do and get to put this shit all in the camera for you and get you to see what's going on with shit all in the goddamn camera and doing all that wild shit for you all in the camera. But I ain't got to do. I'm just saying before anything, nigga, I wear this 757 shit on my chest for a reason. You understand? And they gon' you gotta understand something. They gonna start trying to make niggas content. It's not gonna be, the rappers is dying. Niggas shooting rappers every day. You know what I mean? He go up there, nigga out goddamn Chicago, got killed. Yo, okay. He got his ass killed. Hey, the boy out there in goddamn California, he was on a hood blog. Niggas figured out where he was at, blew his ass down, shot his ass up in the car, blew his head off. Boom. We the ones with the influence now. We the ones that's gonna bring shockwaves in this shit when something happened. Breaking news, 10 toes down was laid 10 toes. Nigga be like, what? That shit gonna be content for the next month. Breaking news, 10 toes down was found laid down in his car, 10 toes down, blah, blah, blah. Nigga get to create content, shit get millions of views. They setting it, it's building up. It's building up to that. And then I'm seeing him talk about niggas is punching Zip in the face and all that. And I'm saying to myself, you know what, man? I'm gonna do a live stream on this probably sometime this week, man. Because I want to talk more about it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Zip, man. Hopefully he's doing, you know, you tell the nigga to reach out to 50, man. Reach out to Cam. Tell them niggas get him out of there. Somebody tell Zip, man, that I said this, man. Get 50. Hit Cameron, Uncle Murder. Tell these niggas to put something in the pot. Get this nigga a condo out there in Manhattan, man. Get this nigga a condo at the Trump Towers, man. Get this nigga out where he's at. Get him out of there, bro. Get him out of there, man. Because niggas is going to turn content. Niggas is going to turn you into content if you can't go outside without a nigga wrestling your ass down up the street, scraping your loud nose chain up. All I seen the video. Nigga had him on his back, beating him up and all that. And then they saying the nigga 10 toes down saying Monday, just last Monday, nigga saw him outside, punched him in the face. Nah, man, I ain't cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna lock into that. Salute to the YouTubers. Pusha T, Malice, Clips, Grammy nominated. Yeah. Multi Grammy nominations for the big 757, man. Salute to the Clips, man. Salute to Pusha T. Yeah, Miss Lovelace, man. Respectfully, you know, I guess, and I don't even know why that came to my brain, right? I guess because I'm good. Bruh, trust me, bruh. Trust me. And that's why I know me and certain dudes, the universe made it so we never like lived around each other. Because I look like this. But certain, it's called TTG where I'm from, Train to Go. When I was growing up, they said, yo, hey, nah, homie, he trained to go. He TTG. I've been that. So I just look like this. I got the waves and all that. You know what I mean? I drink my water, so I look young and all that. You know what I'm saying? Skin glowing. I just look like this. But I ain't, I used to be out there with this shit. So I go home now, man. I walk around. It's easy. It's like, yo, niggas, that's E with the waves. It's a little E with the waves right there. Like, easy. But for what I'm seeing for like dudes like the homie Zip, he got some stone cold haters out there in New York City, man. Like, me and Zip, we do our little thing on YouTube. I ain't never, this shit was, I told him in the DM, when we talked in the DM, I told that nigga, this shit ain't nothing personal. It's all business. This shit was all business, nigga. We building our platforms. But as far as like the type of hate these niggas must got for Zip out there in New York City, that's the shit Lil Boosie was talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't really certified, my G, like the Clips, Push could walk all through Norfolk, VA. You ain't gonna hear nobody putting their hands on Push. That nigga like Malice. You know what I'm saying? Like Grimes, all them niggas, man, they good. But when you got like certain shit going on, whatever the homie is doing out there in New York City, he need to understand that the evils is lurking. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in this. This shit is about the Clips, right? But I needed to throw that in there about the homie Zip. Hey, homie, the evils is lurking, bro. The evils is watching, bro. When you catch a body, when you kill somebody, right? The evils wait for you to get right there on the cuffs of success. And then they make you pay for that. They make you pay. The evils wait for you to get right. You ever notice like, oh, he had just got his record deal and boom. Yo, everybody was watching him. He was about to get on Big L. Boom. And everybody think it's like a coincidence that it happens like that. And really, it ain't no coincidence. The only mistake is you don't realize or you ain't recognizing what it is. So that now you can start moving. Well, nigga say he punched a nigga in the face. I'm saying to myself, I don't like that, bro. And I rock with, I ain't got no, yeah, New York is cutthroat. New York is cutthroat, but it's cutthroat everywhere. You know what, nigga? You can't go outside without a nigga running across your path and punching you in the face, man. You got to get up out of there, man. I told niggas a long time, stop putting your goddamn hands on the homie Zip, man. Yeah, stop it. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna reach out to Zip, man. I can make a phone call to East New York. I got some homies out there. I got a lot of people out there in East New York, man. I'll make a motherfucking phone call, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga already, oh, you sound like you from New York. Nigga, I'm from Virginia, nigga. But I got a lot of connections out there, and I'll make a phone call, man. Stop putting your goddamn hands on the homie Zip, man. Let that man do what he need to do. He tapping in with 50 and Cameron. All the celebrities love him. They trying to figure out. They about to give him some money. Hey, Zip, them niggas is plotting on you, bro. Yeah, I don't know, 10 toes down, them niggas. They are plotting on you, homie. I said it, I'm telling you. They must know something I don't know. Something's coming. You got some money coming. You got a blessing coming. You got something coming in my G. I'm telling you. And the closer you get to that blessing, Get up out of there, bro. Respectfully, man. I ain't calling you no punk or nothing like that. What I'm saying is, if you can't go outside, these niggas is circling, bro. They don't want you to win, bro, out there in New York City, man. They don't want you to win. We ain't had nothing but a little YouTube scuffle, man. Ain't nothing but a little scuffle. You know what I mean? We ain't had nothing but a little YouTube scuffle, man. You know what I'm saying? Still sharp and still, man. We ain't did nothing crazy. What I'm telling you though, bro, they gonna fuck around and try to turn you to content, man. Get your ass up out. Hey, Zip, get up out of there, bro. They gonna try to turn you content, nigga. Yeah, yeah. The higher ups and the elites are working overtime, nigga. You know what kind of content them niggas gonna try? I'm telling you, man. Get your ass. Where you at? You in Brooklyn? I can make a phone call to Brooklyn. I can send some niggas. They can escort you to the Trump Towers, nigga. They can escort your ass. Go get an apartment out there in Spanish Harlem or something. Yeah, go out there to motherfucking Spanish Harlem, nigga. Washington Heights and all that. Get the fuck up out of there, man. Queens, by all means. I'm okay. You don't want to listen to me? Okay. But the nigga got there and say, motherfucker punch your ass down and beating your ass up, rolling you around in the street, scuffing up your goddamn chain and all that, got you all on your back, all in the damn street, man. Keep your goddamn hands off of Zip. Keep your hands off Lil Zip, man. Don't put your... I ain't never had them problems, man. Shit. It'll really be a war going on outside. You know what I'm talking about? It'll be a motherfucking war for real, nigga. Yeah, that shit ain't pot. Nah, nigga. That's a little E with the waves. Yeah, that's me. That's me, nigga. 757. I wear this shit for real. This ain't just a, you know what I mean? I ain't just put 7 carats in the charm for no reason. I make it what? Pfft. Salute to the clips, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped in. We ain't staying long, like I said, man. We gonna double back. I was gonna do my live stream about Rory, which I'm still gonna do that live stream. I'm gonna clip this joint up. Depending on what this views is, I might keep it 13,000. That ain't nothing crazy. We'll see, right? But we gonna get back into some things. Yeah, you know, salute to New York City, man. Salute to the whole globe, the whole planet. You know what I'm saying? You can't really beat. See, this is the thing though. And it ain't like I said, it ain't no beef with New York City, but I'm always the one to like, nigga, you can't be weak nowhere. You know, New York is. One time I seen something where Cam was like, they asked Cameron, it was like, how did you do the song with Master P? And Cam was saying how he was saying like, you know, New York niggas, they always talk about New York this and New York that, but when you get outside of New York, that shit don't really matter nowhere else. You understand what I'm saying? And he was saying he always respected that. Salute to Cam. You know, I heard him say that in the interview. And he was saying how, like, in New York niggas always, you know, New York this and New York that. And yeah, you got to be hey, New York. But he realized, like, in Ohio and Miami and these other places where he was traveling, that shit don't resonate there. It don't travel there. So it'll be a New York or somebody, yeah, you got to be strong in New York City. I don't know if the homie Mr. Universe, I don't know if you from New York, right? Like, you got to be strong in New York City. Nah, you got to be strong everywhere. You can't be weak in California. You understand? You can't be weak in Virginia. You can't be weak in Memphis, Tennessee. You can't be weak in Miami. I mean, it's just, you can't be weak nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Your ass could be in Jamaica. You can't be weak. You're Bonte boy. Bonte boy. You can't be weak in Asia. You can't be weak nowhere. But it'll be a New York nigga like, yo, son, you can't be weak in New York. Nigga, you can't be. You think you can be weak in Virginia? Fuck no. Fuck no. You know what I mean? The Clips, Pusha, and the boys, they got some real hitters with them. You know what I mean? Salute the Grimes and them niggas. Like, pushing them niggas. Push was really out there. Them niggas was bringing tons. They was bringing tons of coke, and the nigga Jeezy was bringing like He was bringing like them campers. Them niggas was getting those campers, those them big ass campers, right? And they was driving them shits to Arizona, and they was filling up the campers with dope weed, 1,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds of weed, this, that, woo, woo. And they was driving the campers back to Virginia. Little ass 757 with 5 campers full of fucking drugs. Like, pushing them niggas wouldn't be able to walk around and move around the city if they wasn't strong niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Virginia. Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful thing about, content creating and doing what we do. I'm from VA, so I can tell you, yeah, Virginia's. You got to know something, man. Ask one of them New York niggas a horror story. Niggas always talk about hustling and shit and coming out of town. Ask them niggas about how a lot of them niggas was coming down to DC and coming down to Virginia and never coming back. The boy Dementio, what happened to that nigga? What happened to that boy? Yo, the old heads used to tell me stories back. When I was younger, one of the main reasons I stopped eating pork is because the OGs out in the country used to tell me how hogs eat everything. I tell you a little something about Virginia, right? When we was younger, the old heads used to tell us stories about Yankees. They call New York niggas Yankees. How the Yankees would come down, set up shop, and hustle, right? And how they would sit back and watch the Yankees hustle for a month, maybe 2 months, and they would let them stack that money up nice and neat, and then they would go rob the Yankees. And not only would they rob the Yankees, they would, sometimes thing goes left, people, shit happens, and then they would feed the Yankees to the hogs. And the old heads used to explain to us how the hogs eat everything. Fingernails, teeth, hair, everything. You understand? The New York niggas they don't really talk about those situations where they go out of town to hustle and they never come back. You know what I mean? It get deep, it get wicked, it's always deep in the rap. But that's when I stopped eating pork. That's when I stopped eating pork, because the old heads told me that pig you probably eating probably ate bodies. You never know. All you got to do is chop that shit up and throw it in there in the slop. Pig gonna eat all that shit. They gonna eat all that shit. Every fucking chop it up, they gonna swallow every piece, and it'll be fertilizer. I just wanted to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? New York niggas, yeah, they get wiped out. A lot of niggas never came back to New York City when they went back down south and they started doing the hustle thing. And you got to be strong everywhere. Yeah, it is disgusting. I remember thinking the same thing. Yeah, Back to the Future. You see, I remember, I think I was maybe 13. I remember thinking the same. Old country niggas. Yeah, them Yankees used to come down. New York niggas come down. They set up shop somewhere, one of these shorties' houses, and they get to selling all that, whatever they selling, and 2-3 weeks in, it's a bunch of money in there. They ready to re-up. Jack boys run up in the crib. Shit go left. Next thing you know, they fed them niggas to the hogs. They was feeding them niggas to hogs. Yeah. Boots, belt, buckle, motherfuckers say you chop it. Motherfuckers say you eat. Listen, you put all that shit in there, right? They'll eat all that shit. Leather, belt, buckle, everything. Nigga. Then they got there and they slice ass up and make your bacon. Yeah, you got 4 slices of bacon. Yeah. Ain't no telling, but ain't no motherfucking telling. Respectfully. Yeah, that's Suffolk, Virginia. You know what I mean? That's that's the country. Now you got Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Cheesetown, Portsmouth, Newport News, Hampton, right? And then you got Suffolk. That's the country. That's where goddamn ball what's going on out here, cap goddamn ball. That's Suffolk, VA. You know what I mean? The real country, bro. New York, what did you do to the National Guard? I don't know about that. Texas got treated good, but I wasn't on no bull BS on the drugs and shit. Yeah, you already know, like, it's Southern hospitality, man. You know what I'm saying? That why you think it's so many New York niggas in Atlanta? We gon' accept y'all with open arms until y'all get down here talking that New York, man. New York, New York. Y'all get to doing that New York shit too long. Yeah, it's all good. We accept y'all with open arms. You know what I'm saying? Come on down. It's Southern hospitality. We got the big booty bitches if you like big booties. We got this. We got the goddamn sweet potato pie if you like sweet potato pie. Yeah, yeah. Until you get to talking about subways and shit like that, asking us about bodegas. Yeah, you get, oh man, the liquor store closed up. We got 24-hour liquors. Well, nigga, we don't got 24-hour liquor stores down here. Y'all ain't got the bodega with the chopped cheese, nigga. We don't eat chopped cheese down here. Y'all ain't got subways down. Hey, nigga, hey. That's when that's when it start getting fucked up. We get to do something to you. That's when we get to thinking, we about to run these New York niggas back to New York City. See, at first it was all good till you get to asking us about bodegas and chopped cheese sandwiches and subways. And nigga, we don't eat chopped cheese down here. Chop your ass up though. We chop your ass up. Put your ass out there with the hog, but we don't eat chopped cheese, brother. I'm just saying in New York City. Well, this ain't New York City. This ain't New York City. And if you keep talking about New York City, we gonna run your ass back up there to New York City. 50 Cent know about Virginia? Go listen to the Massacre album. Go listen to the Massacre album. 50 Cent said, I used to hang with AI. He said, I linked up with AI people to get gats. They charged me $500 a piece for 2 max. Now I'm back on the streets, back out on the spree, trying to catch a nigga slipping out, pumping that D. Catch a nigga pumping, have him pumping for me. Getting a little money you see. Yeah! 50 Cent was rapping about that years ago. Yeah, salute to 50, man. 50 was rapping about that shit years ago. I linked up with AI people to get straps. They charged me $500 a piece for 2 max. Now I'm back on the spree, back out on the street, trying to catch a nigga out there pumping that D. Catch a nigga slipping, have him pumping for me. Little money you get, the more paper you see. You know money to be. This nigga's all good, but nigga, that watch is nice. That's what you want from me. That gold chain is nice. That's what you want from me. The mirror rings is nice. That's what you want from me. Take that shit off, man. I break you off properly. I get mine the fast way, the ski mask way. Make money, take money, nigga. If you ask me, it's the only way. The ski mask way. Go listen to the ski mask way. Listen to 50 Cent talking about Virginia, how we talk. Big salute to the chat, man. Big salute. Again, hey, man. Hey, I'm gonna reach out to Zip, man. You know, I'll probably go holler at him in the DM. I'm gonna jump in his DM. Yo, bro, what we gotta do, man? Look, man. What we gotta do, bro? You know, I can make a phone call to New York. I got some people out there. You got some people out there. But nigga, I ain't trying to listen, man. Get up out of there, man. For them niggas try to do something to you, man. Look. Dumb nigga, the evils can smell when something good about to happen, man. And you might got some comedic karma that you might have to pay for. Yeah, comedic karma, the cosmos, the universe. You might got some karma, and the evils is circling, bro. They circling around you, bro. They circling around you, bro, and you just walking around that motherfucker like shit sweet. And what I'm telling you is, it's probably about time for you to go out there to Spanish Harlem, man. Go out there to Spanish Harlem, B. Go out there to motherfucking Spanish Harlem where the Boricuas is at, man. And get out the way, brother. And then you, for everything you got coming, go holla at 50, man. Holla at Cam. Tell them niggas it's getting real. You need to get out of there. Big salute to big salute to the chat. I ain't laughing at the nigga. I'm just saying, bro. This shit ain't no joke, B. It's real. It's a real thing, bro. You know what I mean? And man, nah, that's the last thing I want to hear, or the last thing I want to see is a motherfucker talking about, they did something to Zip. Nah, man, nah, nigga punching my man. They punch him in his face and all that, man. That shit wrong, man. What's the subject? Appreciate that, man. Yeah, Florida. Hey, look, I got some property out there in Florida, man. You know what I mean? I got some property out there in Florida. Big salute to Florida. It's wild in Florida. Yeah, take cover and move around. You got to understand something, man. And like I said, I don't want to be long-winded with this, but we are the new, I don't want to say the new celebrities, bro, but we are becoming what the rappers once was to the industry, what the rappers once meant to the urban community. Us content creators, certain ones, we are becoming what they were, if that makes sense. We are becoming what the rappers used to be to the community. And because we haven't fully stepped into what that is, the higher ups and the elites don't really know just yet how to contain that. They don't really know what's going on. They see it happening. They think it's happening, but they're not sure. As soon as they are sure of what this is, they're going to try to contain it. If it's with money, if it's with influence, if it's with fame, fortune, whatever it is they can offer you, they're going to try to contain it. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is, if you believe it or not, it's people out there that can see what's happening. Harlem Legend, you know what I'm saying? China Brim, Grown Man Business TV, Zippy with the Drippy. You know what I'm saying? 10 Toes Down was one of those factors until that nigga went left. I don't know what's going on with 10. I think something happened, like somebody tried to get him fired with his job. Something happened with that nigga job. He almost got fired and lost his pension. And ever since that happened, 10 Toes Down been at a decline. His shit ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like he like a clown. I'm not gonna say a clown. His shit is more like circus type, and it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It is like, it's not serious. You know what I mean? It's not something you could take serious. And he said nigga punch Zip in the face. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like Harlem, me, China, Zip, we, it's a few other guys as well that we stepping into an area with this content because 50,000 subscribers, 60,000, 80,000, right? You don't think that's a lot compared to a lot of these other platforms, but the way we are building these 50,000 subscribers is strong. That make it strong. You know what I'm saying? We're not using all the props. We're not using, the celebrities. We're not using all the bullshit. We're not buying subscribers. So when you build 50,000 people subscribed organically or on your, the right way, 50,000 is strong as fuck, my nigga, if it's done right. Yeah, this channel powerful. 10, shit, I almost got as much as, I'm damn near, I'll be, 10 got like 56,000 subscribers. I'm about like at 50, I'm almost at 53. That say a lot, you know what I mean? That say a lot. He been at 55, 56,000 subscribers for like a minute now because his content is watered down. He done water his shit down, you know what I'm saying? We are becoming, and we are stepping into an area with this content creating where, nigga, it's profitable to make you content. Hear me, bro. It's gonna be profitable to make you content. When that shit happens, niggas who ain't paying attention, niggas is gonna get sacrificed, and them niggas will be content for the next 30 days. And niggas will be getting hundreds and thousands of views on videos talking about this nigga getting his ass smoked, or this nigga getting his ass killed, or this nigga getting his ass beat up, or this dude getting his... Yeah, that shit is what's coming. That's what's coming next. That's what's coming next. And always remember, and just remember, when it go down, remember I said it. Salute, Miss Lovelace. West Virginia, nothing but mountains. Yeah, it's nasty out there in West Virginia. Zip is content right now. He is content right now. The niggas doing what he do. But I just feel like it ain't even what I feel. It's more like what I see. Yeah, he's content. That nigga's funny. The closer he gets to success, the more the evils is circling around this nigga like vultures. He thinks shit sweet, you know what I'm saying? And these niggas is watching and they plotting. And I just think he need to pay more attention to what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? I know he happy, he building his platform, Zip doing his thing, but I just think he need to really understand how this shit work. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's up to him, man. I'm just throwing it out there. Niggas don't want to see you win, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you was a hooligan. Maybe you did a lot of dirt in the street. Maybe you hurt people. See, I didn't do all that. You know, I was deep in the street, but I never was like big on that part of it. You know what I'm saying? I had niggas that was down with that part of it. I wasn't big on that part. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selling your mama no crack. I'm not, you know, you gonna have to really do something for me to kill you. And you know, I never really had that kind of issue when I was doing my thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, big salute to them niggas, man. Salute to Zip. I ain't got no malice or nothing towards Zip. You know what I'm saying? This is Virginia though. And the download, right? But I just see that part coming. I see that part coming. The same way they build up celebrities, right? They build you up. They let you build up. They let you build up. They let you get right where you need to be or where you think, right? And then something happens. And now you the talk. Now you the real content. You think niggas is content now? You think, look, you think Nip was content? That nigga really was content when he turned into content. You think Young Dolph, you think niggas is content, nigga, you really become content when they make you content. When you the person we talking about. You heard what happened is whoa. Oh, now we doing video. Yo, I did that shit with Young Dolph. I was getting 200,000-300,000 on the video. Let me tell you something. I did a Young Dolph video. That shit did 200 and something thousand views in like 18 hours. They I'm talking about viral like a motherfucker. This video still up there. Well, shit's still up there, B. I ain't bullshit you. In like 24 hours, right? Something crazy like that. And then did another video, right? With did another video. That shit did like 100 and something. All in like 15 hours. Cause when you turn the content, when they turn you the content, yeah, nigga, that's when it turn up. I did a short on Nipsey Hussle. That shit did 500,000, like 480 some thousand. Nigga, quick. Hold on, let me see if I can find this joint. So yeah. I see that FBA. Salute the FBA Hustle New York. Salute to the other. I seen another nigga here with the FBA, right? And I've been having some downloads about that FBA shit, man. I think I'm gonna do I'll probably go live, but I'll probably do a whole live on it and everything. Let me see something. But the black, I'm gonna talk about that in another live stream. But the whole brainwash. It's hard to get rid of the brainwash. I think I'm gonna add that to the Rory when I talk about Rory. You know what I'm saying? But we all get brainwashed with shit, and it's like found. I don't know, that word black is just. I know I'm not supposed to use it, but I can't help it because it's the brainwashing that niggas get. You know what I'm saying? But really, that word black, man, it's not. I can't. It's hard to. And I know I'm not supposed to call niggas black, but FBA, foundational Black Americans, like the black part, man. It's just. Yo, these old videos, I used to have a lot going on with these motherfuckers, man. I'd be doing a lot. I had to figure out my lane, you know what I mean? You figure out your lane. Hold on, where that joint at? This one right here, exposing Empire Death Row, exposing Empire Records Part 4. That shit did 124K. That shit was like at 100,000 in like 24 months. I mean, like 24 hours. That shit had 100,000 views on it. Where this one at? Where the other one at? These old videos is the videos that put me on the map. You know what I mean? Salute. You want to be black? Oh yeah, hold on. It's jealousy. He not paying or paying attention. He's not being careful. We don't get to enjoy. You can always get. Yeah, man. It's that's what came to my mind when when that's what came to my mind, man, when 10 Toes Down said that about Zip. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times you would think like, oh, me and Zip, yeah, I don't subscribe to that, man. I don't really like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are these niggas punching on Zip? No, maybe he deserve it. I don't fucking know. But I just think like, even if he deserve it and that's what he got coming, he need to really pay attention, man. Them niggas is plotting on him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What Jay-Z say? Hey, hey, FBA Hustle New York. What Jay-Z say about you niggas out there in New York? Put it in the chat. What Jay-Z say about you niggas out there in NYC, man? Huh? What Jay? I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. What he say? For you keep. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just what that nigga. I mean, that's what they said. I mean, hopefully Zip answer that. I'm gonna check him out, um, and see what's going on with him. But what they say about you New York niggas? When the gats off it, gat on my lap. No, he said, a FBA hustle New York. What he say about New York? What Jay-Z say about you New York niggas? He said, when the rags off it, gat on my lap. I'm that cautious. Never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. Especially when you sitting on 20s, they get nauseous. You remember when Jay-Z said to never trust grimy ass New Yorkers? You remember that? Yeah. That's a New Yorker. We heard him loud and clear down south when he told us that. When Jay-Z told us that, we heard him loud and clear. When the rags off it, you can catch me at the parking lot pimping, sipping up the jet. Every day we be off the chain, gripping wood grain, rolling on them things, trying to find out where them ballers at. So you know the song I'm talking about when Jay-Z said, never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. Yeah, Jay-Z told us a long time ago, never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. You know that. You know he said that. Yeah, salute to you New York nigga, you grimy ass New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. But I just think they plotting on the nigga, man. I seen the video. I seen the video some months ago, 2-3 months ago. They had Zip ass. I was like 5 months. Had his ass out there at the goddamn hood day, beating him up. rolling his ass around on the concrete and all that. I thought that was funny. You know what I'm saying? I laughed about that. I made a whole live stream about it and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the nigga 10 toes down was like the niggas was punching on Zip and all that, and they said that on Monday. And I don't know, man. That rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't really like that. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that man do whatever he doing, man. Y'all niggas leave, hey man, leave that man alone, man. Leave that man alone, man. He want to smoke his weed, you know what I'm saying? He drinking his cognac and shit, man. Let that man do his thing, man. The problem is, the closer you get to getting where you want to go, is the more the evils is lurking, the more the evils is watching, the more the jealousy get to building up. These niggas saying to themselves, I got out of jail. Why I ain't think of that? I did 25 years in prison. Why I ain't goddamn? Why they ain't paying? Why he ain't no different than me. That nigga ain't that. That nigga ain't this. And then if you don't get out the way, man. That man ain't doing nothing but sit on his grandmama couch smoking weed. He got the motherfucking couch smelling like weed. He got the curtain smelling like weed. Everything in the house smelling like loud nose weed, man. Goddamn rug smelling kitty litter all over the goddamn kitchen floor. Got catnip all over the rug. The cushions on the couch smell like dope. The curtains is smelling like everything. Hey, come on, man. Leave that man. Let that man got the motherfucking pit cat running around the house. Goddamn, all on the goddamn couch. Kitty litter all over the goddamn kitchen floor. Catnip all over. Yeah, let that. But y'all want to beat him up. Y'all want to punch on him. Y'all mad about something. You know, I don't like what 10 toes doing. You try, what you doing with the loud? Leave that man alone. Obviously, he got some connection to loud nose, don't you? Hey man, somebody, the shit that 10 toes down is doing, that shit like some police work, man. That nigga a cop, man. Respectfully, I ain't got nothing against it. I don't know. I ain't got nothing against. I like what 10 toes down did to behind the bar. I used to watch that video. Hey, listen. When 10 Toes Down when he ran up on behind the bar, I watched that video like 100 times. Sometimes I used to just watch that video for no reason because this shit was so funny. I just watch it for no. This shit was funny as hell. It's comedy, son. This shit was comedy, right? But everything else, I'm like, man, that shit. It's like police work, man. You know, oh, you ain't got nothing to do with loud nose. I'm a contact. Why is you? What is you doing that for? Obviously, Zip got some connection to loud nose. He got a loud nose chain. He got a loud nose clothes on. He got a loud nose hat. Obviously, them people know him, man. So I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, the more I watch, the more you just gotta realize what's happening. Niggas is starting. Them niggas plotting on. They plotting on homie. They watching him. And they saying, well, them niggas want to do something to Zip, man. I would have got them through my bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and 10 toes down. I would have threw that shit in his face. Yeah, we would have rumbled in that motherfucking bodega. I'm gonna tell you something. I would have loved to have that shit. I would have left my live on, left my camera up, and bitch, we would have tore that bodega up, bitch. We would have been rolling around in Doritos and hot fries and all that. Yeah, I would have smacked your ass with that bagel, and we would have tore that motherfucking boat. Yeah, I wouldn't have let you did that to me, 10 toes down. Yeah, I wouldn't have let you did that shit to me. My damn computer just died. You already know what time it is, man. Yeah, I gotta tap out. Oh, it's late. We gonna tap in tomorrow. Big salute to the chat. It's late. I ain't even know how late it was, man. Salute to y'all though.
whole goddamn camera, my whole goddamn computer died on me. What the hell going on with this shit? You see what's going on in here, man? See what's going on in here, man? Shit. What's going on in this hole, man? See what's going on in this hole, man? Got the Draco. You know what I'm saying? You got the motherfucking Draco. Cut everything off, man. Let's get ready to handle this business for the night. When the gat's off you, gat on my lap, I'm that cautious. Never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. Especially when you sitting on 20s, they get nauseous. Chilling in the Azorb with white Air Forces. You can catch me in the parking lot. Parking lot pimping, hooking up bitches. Every day we be off the chain, sipping wood grain, blowing on them things. Trying to find out where them dollars at. You know what? I gotta take the trash. I gotta take the trash out. You know what? Y'all wanna roll with me? I gotta take out the trash. Yeah, we about to slide out of here, man. Big salute to the chat. Salute to everybody locked in. I just wanted to show some love to the Clips, man. Really proud of them boys, man. And I'm gonna leave this up for a couple of days. I'm gonna leave this up for a few hours. I'm gonna clip some. I'm gonna clip some of these joints up, and then I'm gonna probably take this actual live stream down because I just started rambling. But big salute to everybody in the chat, man. Big salute to everybody that's locked in with the Realest on YouTube, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I want to just say this. You know, I want the homie Zip to get everything he got coming, man. I want all the YouTubers. You know, we be up here bullshitting and doing a whole bunch of laughing and joking. But I want all the YouTubers to get what they came for, man. We next. We here. We the wave. You know what I mean? We the wave, man. Yeah, we Nah, I rock with Zip. He a funny nigga. But I want Zip to get what he got coming. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Zip wanna be in the industry and all that. You know what we doing. See how we living. We already getting what we got. You know what I mean? Cars paid for. You know what I mean? Cars is paid for. See that? See that? See that? See that? So we, you know, we do what we do. Man, the truck, man, yeah. You know, it's crazy, man. I was going to buy a truck some years ago, but I didn't buy it. So that's going to be the next, that's what I'm getting next, a truck. I think we're going to get a Range Rover. I was thinking about a Range Rover, but I've been hearing bad reviews about Range Rovers. So I think we're going to probably, we're going to end up probably grabbing. You know what I really want? I really want like a brand new Suburban. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a real family dad and shit. I want like maybe like a AMG GLE. We looked at those. A Benz AMG, the GLE AMG joints. We looked at those. But I really like the new 2026 Suburbans and shit. The Tahoes, them joints is nice. The Tahoe too. The Bourbon or the Tahoe. I really just want something like that. Cause we got Chevys outside. I'm a Chevy man. You know what I mean? Got Chevys outside. So I looked at a Suburban. That shit was real nice. That shit was like what? She was nice there. The Tahoe, 2026 Tahoe, crazy. You can catch me in the parking lot. Parking lot pimping, pimping up the jet. Every day we be off chain, sipping wood grain, blowing on them things, trying to find out where them dollars at. So when I holler at, we'll holler back. Yeah, I like Chevys, man. Lexus too. But I like Lexuses too. But I got a thing for Chevys. But you know what, man? I think we're gonna really probably go with the Benz truck. But yeah, I need a truck. I ain't gonna lie. I like that you noticed that too. I think it was Mr. Universe. Salute to you. You got a good eye. I would look. I would have said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I would have said, yo. I would have said the same thing. Yo, where the truck at? You got the drop top. You got the sedan. You know what I mean? You got the two-door coupe, right? Then you got the, you know what I mean? You got the convertible, right? Then you got the sedan right there. You know what I mean? Family joint, sedan, four-door sedan. You know what I'm saying? Where the truck at? Where the truck at? You know what I mean? So I ain't mad at you. That's a good eye right there. My man got a good eye. I would have said the same thing. Yeah, I ain't with no Wranglers. Yeah, I ain't fucking with no Wranglers. 2006. Damn. He'll have something new soon. The nigga Zip, man, he good. People, I fuck with Zip. I ain't, you know, I don't know what he gonna have. You know, hopefully he gets something decent. Posting on the gram. I'm not big on the gram. You know what's crazy? I gotta get more active on Instagram, man. I gotta go follow my Instagram and all that. I got an Instagram page, but I don't have no direction. You know what I'm saying? I gotta like figure out what I want to do with that Instagram. RC, what's that? You know, that's the only part of the song that I remember with that parking lot pimping. That was like my favorite part. You know what I'm saying? When the rags off it, got on my lap. I'm that cautious. Never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. 20s are getting nauseous. Yeah, it's the best part of the song. All right, man. Big salute to the chat, man. Let's cut everything off. You know what I mean? This is what I normally do after I get off the live with y'all. This is what I do around the house. I gotta cut. It's a big house, man. You got a lot of lights to cut off. You gotta make sure everything's right. You gotta make sure the door, everything's locked up. Yeah, normally I do this when I get off live with y'all, man. But fuck it, man. We closing the studio down. We closing Big House Studios down for the night. God damn it. Yeah, we closing Big House Studios down tonight. When the gas office got on my lap, I'm that cautious. Never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. Feel me? You see Malcolm X, he got the Thanos glove on. Look at that. Look at Malcolm, he got the Thanos glove on. Look at this. Yeah, man. Lexus, I really like Lexus. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of wish, cause I got Chevys now, but I had a CS 430. 430? No. CS. Yeah, it was a CS 430. It was a hardtop convertible when I was young. That was like one of the best cars I had. It was a Lexus two-door coupe. It was a hardtop convertible. That shit was like one of the best cars I ever had in my life. I really like Lexus is a really amazing cars. Actually, I can't bullshit you. Okay. Make sure everything is good. You know, it's crazy. I gotta clear out this garage too. I got a lot of shit in here. I got a lot of shit in this garage. I ain't even gonna show y'all my garage. My shit is crazy right now. Crazy. Hell no. Nigga tripping. All right. Bam. All right, so we good. Put that right there. Okay, cool. Let me see something. Man, so, man, we gonna make sure we all right. Make sure you're all right, man. I know how we give it up, man. We gotta make sure everything's locked up. Everything gotta be locked up. Look at this shit. See that? See that? See that? Fuck, I got the doors open in this bitch. Cold as hell out here, man. I get your ass $1,000, jump in the pool right now. Woo, shit. Get your ass $1,000, you jump in that pool. Right now, I got a band for you. Jump your ass in that water. It cold than a motherfucker out there. Hell no. Hey, oh, get to that shit. Hell no. It cold as hell out there. I wouldn't jump in that motherfucker. Hell no, bitch. Freezing out that motherfucker. Hell no, nigga. Let's see what we got going on. What's fuck wrong with these niggas? Yeah, I'll tell you something. It cold as hell outside, man. You think I'm gonna goddamn play around with you? I ain't gonna play around with you, nigga. My bathroom a mess too. I can't really. I don't even know. I can't show you my bathroom. Cold as hell. Bathroom a motherfucking mess, man. Shit everywhere in this motherfucker. My old lady will whoop my. Nah, bullshit. My old lady will goddamn spaz out. She seen my bathroom right now. She'd be mad as hell. You better goddamn believe she will. Shit, it is what it is. I gotta put that do-rag on. Put the motherfucking do-rag. You saw the caddies. I don't fuck with no Cadillac, man. If I did get a caddy, the caddy had to be like the new Cadillac truck, the big shit, the $120,000 joint. That them niggas be rolling around. It had to be the real big caddy truck. I wouldn't do nothing less than the black shit them niggas be everybody's buying now. Them joints is real nice. I rode in one of those caddy trucks when I was in New York last time. I had to be at we had to my old lady had some shit she did at the Today Show. And they sent the caddy, one of them big ass black caddy trucks to pick us up, and that joint was nice. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that joint was nice. The big shit with the big long lights in the back. Pfft, shit was ill. That shit was ill. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Yeah, we just bullshitting around. I gotta go grab my ice cream, man. I like to eat butter pecan ice cream. Yeah, I'm an old man, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, old men, man, we eat butter pecan ice cream, man. You see the rooms to the the rooms to the door, the double doors. See that? I mean, it's a big motherfucking room in there, boss. That's the master suite. That's the master suite right there. You know what I mean? put a nigga whole apartment in that master suite, man. Shit, tell them niggas all the time, man. Put your whole goddamn house, whole goddamn apartment in that master suite, boss. Yeah. Yeah. Butter pecan, yes. Yeah, man, butter pecan. 5. It's really 5.5. It's like really 6 because it's an office down here that I could convert to a room. But the office is not really converted into a room yet, but it basically is a room. But yeah, 5-bedroom. Yeah. Yeah, you got them saying though, yeah, when you walk in the building, I put a nigga whole apartment in my room. In my room. I put a nigga whole up. My room and my bathroom with a closet, I put a nigga whole apartment in there. You know what I'm saying? The house. This joint right under 4,000, like 3,900 square feet. So it's considered a mansion. I like to call it a mini mansion though. I like to call it a mini mansion, but it's considered what it's considered. You know what I mean? Let me show you. How this shit look from up here. See what I'm saying? Look at that. I'm cool with that. Mini mansion, I'm alright with that. Yeah. I'm alright with that, B. I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna argue with you. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's what it is. Winter rags off it. Get on my lap. I'm that cautious. Never trust grimy ass New Yorkers. Especially when you sitting on 20s, they get nauseous. Chilling in the exhort with Air Forces. You can catch me in the parking lot. Parking lot, pimping, sipping on bitches. Every day we be up the chain. Sipping wood grain, blowing on them things. Trying to find out where them dollars at. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you see that right there? I'm trying to holler if you holler back. Every day we be off the chain, sipping wood grain, sipping on them things. You can find me at the parking lot pimping, sipping on bitches. Every day we be off the chain, sipping wood grain, blowing on them things. I'm trying to find out where that dollar at. So when you holler at me, holler back. Every day we be off the chain, sipping wood grain, blowing on them things. Hey man, I ain't got no smoke, baby. You feel me? Yes, yeah. It took a long time to get used to that, man. When I first got the crib, yo, I could hear all kind of shit. I used to wake up in the middle of the night. You know, it took me a long time not to walk around without, without the slammer. Now I move around the house without the gun. I leave the gun I keep guns all over the house. But when I first got this property, when you cut everything off, even like right now, if I be quiet, like you can hear shit. You can hear shit. Yeah, I used to be nervous. You know what I mean? Big salute to the chat, Charlie P. Everybody in here. We going live tomorrow. Make sure y'all notification bells ringing. I'm about to get inside. I'm about to team up with that motherfucking butter pecan, old fashioned butter pecan right there. You know what I mean? That's the old man ice cream. Listen to me. You ever go in the refrigerator and you see this ice cream right here? Butter pecan, don't fuck around in there. Don't, that mean it's a grown ass man somewhere around that house that'll put a boot in your ass. If you ever see this ice cream in the motherfucking refrigerator, get out the way, behave properly. Don't get out of pocket. If he eating this type of ice cream right here, butter pecan, oh, that's a grown ass man. That's a real man right there. And he'll put a boot in your ass. It is what it is. And it'll be what it's going to be. It's your boy Grown Man Business TV. I'm about to get with this butter pecan ice cream on this. I'm about to get right with this butter pecan. If you don't mind me, I'm going to get in tune with this butter pecan ice cream. Butter pecan. Don't you ever say pecan. You better say pecan. All right? Yeah, I'm going to get with it. So listen, it's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan, you know what I suggest. I'm going to get with this butter pecan ice cream. You can tap in, you can tap out. You know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Nah. Them nigga punching on them. Nigga punching on my little zippy. Nah, nigga, nah. I ain't gonna go for that shit no more. Nigga punching on Zippy. Keep your goddamn hands off Lil Zippy.